So hey guys, I wanted to make a super quick video about a purchase I just recently made. I posted some video and pictures of it on Twitter, and I've gotten some questions about it because people are super hype about it. They're like, oh man, that's super cool, I wish I could have one. So I just wanted to make a quick video talking about what it is, what some of the features are, where I got it, and etc. And what I bought is, I bought a lightsaber. And this is well, that's my sound of Twitter going off because people blowing me up. But this, in my hands, is a lightsaber made by a company called Saber Forge. I did a lot of research on the different companies that make lightsabers like this. Pretty much all of them have some sort of negative criticism, so I just did a lot of research beforehand and chose a company that was best for me. You would probably have to do similar in order to find what you would want. But for me, the negative aspects that I'm well aware of about Saber Forge were either non-issues for me or not that big of a deal. I really like their hilt designs. This is their Sentinel design, which is one of their apprentice sabers. Their apprentice sabers are their cheapest designs. They're designs made by that company themselves. They're not based off of any particular character's weapons. They're not emulated after Luke Skywalker, Obi-Wan, none of that. It's just designs that they make themselves. It's similar to another apprentice sabers design they have, where instead of the leather wrap at the bottom, they have these striations up here, down at the bottom grip. But I really like the leather wrap, so that's what I got. They're all one-piece metal, so they feel really sturdy. They weigh about a pound to maybe 3 max, and they feel full metal. They have electronics inside to create light that eventually goes up the blade, which is detachable and is not currently attached. And it also makes sound effects that are sounds for humming, ignition, turning it off, and whooshing, and the clash sounds if you hit something else. And you can hit other things because these lightsabers are advertised as being safe for dueling, which means if you have a friend that bought a lightsaber and you want to go out and fight each other, either something choreographed, or if you actually want to have like a legitimate kendo fight, apparently these are rated for that. I wouldn't go outside and start smacking shit with it just to see if it breaks or not, but it is rated properly for hitting other similarly built lightsabers. I just had a brain fart, but... So the way this works is it's got a kill key here, and that kill key is just a button that slides into a slot that is also the charging slot, and they do include the charger. When you pull that out, the lightsaber's on, which means you can press the power button. Normally, if you press the power button, it doesn't do anything. But once the kill key is out, the power button functions. You can turn it on without the blade in it, which I'm about to do right now. It lets you know what the sound font that you have installed is. They offer 2 different sound fonts for this model that I bought, which is their approximately $350 to $400 models. And then they have a higher tier where you can get color-changing LEDs and multiple sound fonts on one soundboard. You can change the sensitivity of the whooshing and clash sounds on this soundboard, but you are stuck with the sounds that they included on the soundboard. You can't change these. You can't flash it and get new sounds. You're stuck with these sounds, which is fine by me. So if you press the button, it'll ignite. And the color I got is cyan, which is a little bit of blue and a little bit of green. It's definitely more on the blue spectrum. It looks a little bit more green in person, and it's not quite as bright in person. It's more of an actual blue than it is that white that you're seeing. The white effect is mostly due to how bright it is on camera. It's still a really, really bright blue, but you're not going to get that white core effect. And if it loaded my settings properly, it'll whoosh, which it's not doing right now because I've been having a problem with the soundboard not loading. But it's not a big issue. I'll just put the key back in, pull it back out, and usually it'll load my settings then. Yeah, there we go. And other things I have in here are, I have a clip here, and this little clip here is for their belt quick connect system, which is optional, which is something that I figured I'd purchase. It just clips in, and it won't come out, so you can use it as a costume piece until you press the wings down here, and then it just slides right out. And this part clips onto your belt, which is super cool. So now your big expensive metal hilt is a costume piece. And that's not the part, though, that everybody wants to see. Everybody wants to see what it looks like with a blade in. And the blades they offer are these. They're some sort of polycarbonate. They're very thick. The inside of them are lined with cellophane to diffuse the light, so the light stays even all the way down the length of the blade. This is their second longest blade option. I did not go for the longest because I heard some reports of taller people smacking it against the floor if they're swinging it around too much. And the way it connects is there is a little Allen screw up here at the top, and you take your Allen key, which they also provide, and it's also going to be really hard to see in this lighting, and you put it in, do a little bit of unscrewing, and what pops out is a blade plug, which sits inside the lightsaber, and it allows you to turn it on without the blade in. It also acts as a dust cover for the well when there's no lightsaber blade in there. And you just slide your lightsaber blade in, and you pick up your Allen key once you find it, and you screw it back together, hopefully in frame so people can see what you're doing. You tighten it just a little bit, and it's held in by this one Allen screw, and the fact that the blade is buried in the well down to about here, maybe here. So it's surprisingly stable. It doesn't wiggle at all. There's no wiggle. Well, there would be no wiggle if I tightened it more. There we go. No wiggle. And then power it up again, and now you've got a lightsaber. Now, it's not as bright in person, like I said before. You don't get this white core effect. The blue that's on the outside is what it looks like the whole length of the blade, but it is a really, really bright blue, and it looks great. The thing I love the most about this particular model that I chose is these emitter windows that are actually part of the hilt, where you can see them coming out through the slats. That's super cool. And I have the blade set to a setting where it flickers a little bit. It may not show up on camera, but it has a little bit of a flicker, so it's not just a solid color, and that's really, really cool to me. And yeah, they're super durable. You can smack them. You can smack other people's lightsabers. Again, I'd recommend that you not hit them against objects like concrete, metal, trees, whatever. But they should be safe to spar with. If you do decide to spar with them, make sure you wear proper safety gear. You can hurt each other with these, so make sure you're safe around them. But yeah, this is what I spent my money on. They do cost quite a bit. Like I said, my model cost about $400. But I've been getting... I was always into Star Wars as a kid. Back when I was between the ages of about 5 and 12, I was a huge Star Wars fan. And I'm not as big of one now, but it was always a childhood dream to get a toy that actually worked like a real lightsaber, as opposed to, those old toys that were just collapsible pieces of plastic with a flashlight inside. So, yeah, that's what it is. And if it's something you'd be interested in, you can get one at SaberForge.com. There's also other companies that I would recommend you look into first. Like I said, I did a little bit of research first. I'm speaking as from somebody who is not part of the quote-unquote Saber community. I don't collect a lot of these things. I don't know if I'm going to take it to a convention or anything. I just wanted an expensive toy to spend my adult money on like an idiot and get something I absolutely did not need in order to live. And that choice was a lightsaber, so I got one now. You can get them in a variety of colors. I chose an optional upgrade where I can hot swap out the LED housing to get a different color. So if I wanted to, I could pop out the cyan color that I got and buy like either a red or a purple LED housing. And then with the same blade that I have, I could go as a Sith to a different event. and I just thought that level of adaptability was super cool. So, yeah, that's what I purchased. And if you'd like to ask me any questions about it, you can send me an email or on Twitter. My name on both is Oreo the Wolf. My email is a Gmail account, so you can just email me there. And I'll let you know what I do know. I'm not a super expert about this stuff. Like I said, there are people that are on YouTube that you could probably contact that are way more knowledgeable about me, that either build these things or modify these things or have a vast collection of them. But I wanted to make a quick video for the people that asked me about the one that I bought, and for the people that may be slightly interested in getting one but don't really want to double dip and get really deep into the community. The people that saw it from the outside as a novelty and thought, hey, that'd be pretty cool to buy one. So that was my experience getting one, and I'm really happy with it. So, yep, that's my lightsaber.